Hello, so today I'll take you through the FSE chat application. This application is purposed to be a virtual chat room where users can log in and get to exchange messages with their peers, and users can also be able to log out, and when they resume into the chat room by logging in, they should be able to see messages from their previous login session or those which have actually been sent by users while they were offline. So this is a client-server architectured application, and on the client side we have HTML, CSS and JavaScript, while on the server side we have Node.js with Express.js. The database is a MySQL database, and it's connected to Node.js, and the code structure you'll actually see right now is that we have a bin folder where we have a script which starts the server. We have a config folder which actually keeps the config for connecting to the database, and then we have a migrations folder which keeps the migrations which were generated by a plugin called Sequelize. So Sequelize actually is an object relational mapping module for Node.js, which actually enables us to create migrations and map our objects to the tables in the database. So actually here we see the models. We have the message model and the user model, and then we have the node modules folder which actually keeps our node modules, a public folder which keeps the assets which we use, so that's fonts, like the fonts used by Bootstrap. Images folder, we have JavaScripts, and then style sheets. And then we have the routes folder. This is an important section of the app. So this is how we are handling our routes here. We have the index and then chat room routes, and we see that this is where now we render the various views according to the routes which the app is going through. And so see the body parser module actually comes in handy at this point, where we actually have to pass through the request objects which we receive from the client side. And so we'll just move to the views. So in the views here we have the layout, which is the parent template, and then we have index, which uses layout, and index in turn also uses these templates, the login and the chat room template. So on the client side we are using Bootstrap, so this gives us responsive user interfaces, and also we are using jQuery for manipulating HTML and also for doing posts. So it's jQuery comes in very handy for us there. And then we have Pug, which is a view template engine which we are using, which actually increases the speed for development when building the view. So finally here we have the app.js file, where we require various of the node modules which we installed, and also we see we have socket being tied up to the server. And then we also have how we handle our errors here. Next also we see there's a sockets folder where we have the middleware for sockets. So this is where now we get the messages and actually broadcast them to the various users who are logged in at that moment in time. So with that, I'll just start the app, and then we get to have a look and feel of the app. So starting the app now. We just log in with Tim. So Tim is a new user. and no messages here, so you can say anyone here. Let's say somebody comes in, so you get to see our team was actually here. So I'll say so see when the message was sent, it appeared instantly and dynamically on the other side without reloading the page. And we see that the user, the message and the timestamp are also recorded there, and we can have Norbert log out and then log in again. So and then you see the messages are rendered, so actually the messages are persisted, and he can actually log out and then get a new user coming in, and you can see that the new user actually can see the messages which were there before.